Hey Soul Family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at your 1111 portal and seeing what can you expect next in your life. I can't wait to do this reading. I've missed you guys so much and I didn't want to miss today's reading about the 1111 portal. These days, as I've mentioned before, I do have a lot of work, so I'm just trying to take it easy and not burn myself out until this time of great focus calms down, and then we are able to go back with the normal schedule. All right, so I just feel that I wanted to turn on a candle. Perhaps maybe this feeling has to do with the 1111 portal. Who knows? It's just that I felt it, and why not follow through? Well, the instructions were that it would stick to the brass. Doesn't need. No, I think it does. Right, so I didn't even get the deck for today's reading. Can you believe this? Hold on. All right, that's better. Just very excited to do the reading. Haven't done one in a long while. All right, so what can the collective expect during the 1111 portal? What can they expect next in their lives, please? 1, 2, and 3. All right, let's see what we have for today's reading. For pile number 1, you've got the crown chakra with the keyword rejection. I can place it here. Oh, the colors just go really well with the lighting. Anyways, for pile number 2, we've got the crown chakra again with the keyword instinct. And for pile number 3, you've got the crown chakra. Wow. I must assume this is really affecting our crown chakras. Anyways, like it could be spiritual. Who knows? We'll find out during the readings. The keyword is destiny. Okay, if you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, let's do that. This is the next section. I'm right away feeling the Labradorite with all of these gray, greenish, bluish colors. Perhaps here? Or maybe here because it mimics the yellows, right? So I think that's going to go here. Here we've got a lot of blues, so we can pick up a crystal with a form of... it has these lines, so but that's too dark for this one, so I don't think that's gonna work. Maybe we can do the blue agate, perhaps. You know, not that much. What about the Amazonite? Right, what about the blue lace agate? I think that works beautifully. Right, so let's keep that here, the blue lace agate. Wonderful. And for the second pile, we can go for a gray colored. You know what? This is not gray colored, but it super matches it, because thinking about it now, this does look a bit greenish, just like the green moss agate, doesn't it? So I think we're gonna go with that here. Right, let me take this out so you can look at your cards clearly. That's better. All right, let me introduce each crystal to you. For pile number 1, I think it works best if we don't touch it because the lighting is able to show the beautiful Labradorite, so I'm just going to keep it like that. For pile number 2, your crystal is the beautiful green moss agate. And for pile number 3, your crystal is the beautiful blue lace agate in the shape of a heart. Okay, so take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. If you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the readings and the messages that you're meant to hear today regarding the 1111 portal and what you can expect next in your life. It is a big portal. This is why I did not want to miss it. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section of this introduction, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. If this is something that you do not prefer, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if this is what you want, please stick around because in a moment we'll be starting this section. Right. If you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, then my dear soul family, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And in a moment, after the shuffling, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. And yeah, let's get straight into it. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Right. Let me introduce, let me tell you the signs that are associated with each pile in today's reading. For pile number 1, your signs are Virgo, Taurus, Libra, as well as Sagittarius. For pile number 2, the signs are Scorpio, Gemini, Leo, as well as Capricorn. And for pile number 3, the signs are Pisces, Cancer, Aries, as well as Aquarius. All right, so please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer to pick your pile using any other placement in your chart, please feel free to do that. These are just different suggestions. I've personally learned them from astrologers. But yeah, do whatever resonates with you. I do see that it does work following the astrologer's advice. This is why I give them to you myself. But at the end of the day, whatever resonates with you is the right way to go. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in the next section, Spirit will be picking your pile for you. If this is something that you like, please stick around. If this is not something that you're interested in today, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This part of the introduction has been created specifically for you. And what I like to do is to simply assign a different tarot card to each pile based on the numerology of the major arcana. And so the Magician will be presenting pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2, and the Empress pile number 3. And very simply, I just shuffle them around until I miss pulling out a card from the other side or passing on a card to the other side, which usually happens rather quickly, actually. It's about to happen right now. I can feel it oh, there we go. About to miss. So I was supposed to pass on this card. And your chosen pile for today's reading, my dear soul family, by Spirit, is pile number 1. All right, so these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed them and that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. We'll take you straight to your readings. Happy 11/11 portal, and I will see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at the 1111 portal. How is it affecting your life at the moment? It is a big portal, and we're taking a look at what you can expect next in your life. Whoa, 3 cards. Can't wait to find out what you have in your reading. If you didn't know, this was the pile that was selected by Spirit for you guys. And very quickly, let me introduce this pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Labradorite. Your significator card is the Crown Chakra with the keyword rejection. Oh, look at this one. Let's take that. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Virgo, Taurus, Libra, as well as Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, let's get straight into it. As always, we'll take a look at your oracle cards first. And the cat's eye card is really drawing my attention. Right, let's see what this is all saying for you. Right, so you've got the cat's eye. And look at the line that came from the candle, just like this line. Anyways, so lucky in several cultures around the world, the striking streak of color in the middle of the stone. Whoa, this is the first thing we've noticed. I can't believe this, the synchronicity. The striking streak of color in the middle of the stone gives it its name. And it is also known as tiger's eye. The way the light hits the stone promotes good fortune. The light, the line, wow. It looks like this pile is definitely, it seems like it's getting very good fortune, especially from this portal, the 1111 portal. You can expect good fortune. The way the light hits the stone promotes good fortune and brings positivity to whoever owns it. It's believed that it can also absorb negative energy. It's popular among gamblers and business owners because it can protect against losing wealth and against failure in business. Very interesting. Right, so how to capture luck when it comes to work and money. Wearing cat's eye jewelry is a great way to attract success. Amazing. Okay. Let's keep that over here. You've got Sun in Gemini with versatility. I was just trying to prepare for this card. There we go. You've got the story of deception of Tungal. We'll read the small description of the story in a moment. So the keywords here are deception, obliviousness, as well as danger. Okay. You've got unleash your passion. Whoa. I don't know what's up with the camera today. Fine. Okay, it's just like the zooming in and zooming out of the eyes. I feel like this reading wants you to see something. You've got Mercury in Aquarius with originality. Mars in Aquarius, Aquarius again with rebellion. Virgo, Libra. No, we don't have. Whoops, Aquarius here. Sagittarius is pretty strong in this pile. Anyways, and you've got Jupiter in Libra with negotiation. So is Libra. All right, very interesting. Finally, let's take a look at your tarot cards. This way we have a complete picture of what to expect. So you've got the Scarlet Shield. This is the Queen of Swords. You've got the Death card, the Reaper. All right, so something is massively transforming in your pile. With the Queen of Swords, it sort of gives me an idea that it's transforming to a point that it's out of your hands almost. That's what I'm kind of feeling here. And you're guided to be super flexible, in fact. But this massive change that is happening in your life, although feels out of hand, out of control almost, I want to say, like you're not the one in control of these changes, like perhaps this is destined. But one thing I can tell you, Jupiter, the cat's eye, this is leading to massive fortune. So let's take a look at the details and what this out of hands situation is. Right, you've got two cards, right? So you've got the Chariot. And this card is also out. Amazing, the Champion. This is the Six of Wands, and this is a card of winning. Okay, so I'm gonna assume that this reading is talking about your work or your business simply because of what this fortune card showed us, but it does not have to be at all. In any case, it has to do with some area in your life where resources are important, right? Some area pertaining to resources. So what am I seeing in your reading? I'm seeing that there is a massive shift in the area of your work and your career. It's almost uncontrollable. I want to pull out more cards to see, like it will feel initially like it will just feel like that initially, like an attack or some form of rejection, something. I don't want to say not working out, because that's not what I'm seeing, to be honest. I'm seeing like yeah, like an out of hand situation that feels like an attack or some form of rejection. Oh, you know what? If we read the story, I think I'll be able to pull out more ideas on what this is. But just as an outline, this situation will lead you, it will almost push you to think of something outside of the box, because I see you thinking here. Use your mind. This is the crown chakra. It is your significator card. It will allow you to channel something that what you were otherwise blocking, not seeing. Your mind was close to it, and it's almost like this attack or this rejection is forcing you to open your mind. Yes, there will be negotiations going on, by the way. We'll talk about it in a moment, but I am seeing that it will make you toggle with a different idea. Yeah, and it looks like you're gonna come out of this with extreme flexibility. You're gonna be super flexible, and perhaps it is this flexibility that was needed for you to be super successful with the Six of Wands. That's the card. It is crazy, but it looks like it is this in this portal that will feel like something just was put out or closed, that will be the very opening for you to move forward and unleash your passion, unleash your creativity, unleash your skills, your potential, right? So let's take a look at the story very quickly, and I'm sure it's going to give us like a good idea of what we're looking at. So Deception of Tungal. It's a story from Brunei, page 9. One of the early stories here in this guidebook. I kind of feel like this is all going to happen early, like these days for you. Right. So a compassionate fruit farmer offers refuge to a seemingly helpless maiden who suddenly appears on the banana farm. Love blossoms, but as the farmer's health deteriorates, his suspicions about his wife's true nature grew, and his friends urged him to seek out the truth. The farmer tried to seek out any trace of her past, and his investigation revealed a malevolent secret. The maiden is actually a bloodthirsty banana demon that was feeding on his blood at night. This tale urges discernment and resistance to superficial charm. Okay, I'm going to stop there before I lose the idea that I'm getting. There's something about your work with the bloodthirsty banana demon here that will that is, it's almost like sucking up your soul, you know? There's something about your work that is taking up a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, or it's taking up maybe it's work that you like, but it could be taking up a lot of you, a lot from you energetically, right? It could be none of these, but it could be a lot of promises that never come true. So maybe the work keeps taking from you and never giving you back, you know, something like that in your work. Either the effort that you put in, or the promises given to you, or that you're just putting in a lot of effort. Maybe you're paid well, but the work is a lot. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just all of it sucking up a lot of energy, some form of energy from you. You see? And here is the thing, it does look like this situation that's about to happen in your work these days, that you may not initially like. It's like, what? How can you do this to me? Or how can this happen? How can this happen to the market? Whatever is going to happen. And it may not be directly on you, just like when I said, what happened to the market? Maybe it's not you, maybe it's your company having to figure something out, right? So at the end of the day, I do see that this is really happening for you, because it's forcing you to think in a totally different way and in a unique way to you. So maybe this will push you to go, hey, this just crossed the line, and you've given me a lot of promises that don't seem to be happening. Where are my rights? Now your words can't be denied with whatever is happening. Now for example, your company or the HR or your manager has no excuse but to listen to you now. Maybe you retaliate saying, hey, that's not going to be okay. Maybe they negotiate a new offer with you. Maybe you go, you know what, that's not working for me anymore. I just found another company that is in alignment with what I believe in. Maybe this is your business. In that case, it could be something that's going to happen in the market, and it's going to force you to take unique decisions. But here's the thing, if this is your private business, I would say that you are going to find out that you were doing something unnecessarily, and now that you thought about it well, because of what the market has done, let's say you release a new product or a new service, and it turns out that this is what people actually want, and you're like, oh my god, this product or this service literally takes me like 20 minutes to create, as opposed to the thing that I was doing that took all day and it didn't drive a lot of sales. So do you see what I'm trying to say? This situation is going to unleash a lot of happiness, a lot of creativity, a lot of passion. Is going to unleash your skills, and it's not going to make you do things anymore in the way that sort of prevented you from success with the Six of Wands. At the very least, at the most, it prevented success. It was pulling out, as we've read in the guidebook, a lot of your energy, and it seems like it wasn't giving you much. I am foreseeing for you that this massive transformation that seems like it's out of your hand, is just forced on you with great power, will lead to massive fortune and massive wealth in your work. You're gonna go, oh my god, this has been rejected, or this has been attacked, or this has gone wrong. So you're either gonna rebel, or you're either gonna feel rejected, something like that. And so maybe this is like rejection for the business, rebellion for the company, or maybe it works somehow in another way that I'm not thinking about. These are just examples to clarify what I'm seeing. And you're gonna be more discerning now. You're gonna go, hey, wait a minute. Why don't I then do this? Why don't I do that? You see, this is unfair for me. This is not working out for me. And with rebellion, you're gonna go, no, I'm not gonna actually accept that. There's something I can do. And you're gonna be very smart about it. With Sun and Gemini, with versatility, I feel like it's not like you are gonna let it go. It looks to me like you're just gonna be very flexible in how you go about it. The way you're rebelling against this is very smart. It's not like, oh, you're hitting, I'm gonna hit back or something. It's like, I'm going to be very smart about this. You're going to rebel in an intelligent way. One that absolutely works for you, completely gets you what you need. You're doing it slowly. Yes, it needs this flexibility from you. Perhaps flexibility is in time to figure out how, take the time to figure it out. Maybe flexibility with resources, maybe flexibility with your negotiation, flexibility with what you are accepting to do and what you're not accepting to do until it adjusts. But I feel like you're being very flexible, because now with your original idea or with your intelligent idea, you're like, you know what, it doesn't have to be this, doesn't have to look like this, doesn't have to look like that. I can have an original way in how it could look, and this will work out for me. I feel like this situation is allowing you to see things finally. You couldn't see before. You thought you could see, but you couldn't see before. This is the first time where you're going to have your eyes open. It looks like it is an eye, and you're going to see things with clarity for the first time. This is the reason things are transforming for you. This is the reason you're going to be finally moving forward, and this is the reason for the incoming massive success that is happening in your work, your career, and your finances. And oh yes, and it looks like it's going to lead to some form of negotiation. Now, these could be actual negotiations between you and someone, or it could be like doing something in a unique way, which I think is more likely for most of you, because you thought about it in an original way. You're negotiating with your customers with the product and the surface, and your customers are like, you know what, yeah, that works, that totally works, thank you, yeah. Like, let's say you are a hairdresser, for example, and you're a great stylist, and people just love booking appointments with you. You've got everyone who wants to book appointments with you. So you're like, hey, I have this original idea. I know you guys, I can't be doing hairstyles for everyone. How about I'm be the one to give out the exact plan of what needs to happen in your hair down to the T, to the specialist who's going to be doing your hair. And this way you get what you need from me, but I don't have to be the one doing the hair. And maybe, and I'm not a hairstylist, I don't know if this works or not. Maybe the people will go, yeah, you know, that works, since they're going to be doing it under your surveillance in the way that makes your geniosity shine, and my hair come out the way I want. Yeah, why not? So that's just an example of what it means with originality and negotiation. I feel like you're going to be sort of negotiating something unique that works for everyone. You and your manager, you and your customers, or maybe something else I'm not really seeing. But yeah, you're going to come up with this original idea that's just going to make things work. And hey, look at that. It will be the reason for massive success and massive movement forward. Let's get more cards and understand what this negotiation wants to say with regards to your reading. My dear pile number one. So you've got the Emperor, right? You've got the Eight of Pentacles, right? The Eight of Orbs. So I could have been right about you being a master at something with the Eight of Pentacles and the example of the hairdresser. Like, look at that, Emperor, Eight of Pentacles. It looks like you're considered a master. You're considered someone who has a grasp on what they do, full control of a situation. They just know what to do. Most powerful one, something like that. Oh, you've got the Seven of Cups with the Corruptor. So these are representing the seven sins. That's a very interesting card to come, actually. Now let me think about that. Negotiation. So like glue scrutiny, pride. What is this trying to say? If we look at the context of your reading, oh yes, I forgot. How could I forget that? We did say from the story that someone wasn't treating you right. It could be your decisions, right? Maybe you're a business owner and your own decisions were unfair, right? To you. Maybe you were the one hurting yourself, or the situation hurting you somehow. It looks like with the story here they're stealing, because that's one of the sins, right? So it looks like there's a massive sin here. Someone is really stealing from you, or maybe the way you thought about things was stealing a lot of your potential, you know? So that was like an absolute sin even to yourself if it was you making that decision. But in all cases, it does look like for the first time you are looking out for yourself. You're like, I deserve this. You know, it's not like being prideful, because that's on a cup on its own. It's like you're going, no, you're looking at yourself. You're going, hey, I deserve this. Or considering yourself, hey, I don't have to do this because it was hurting you. Seven of Cups is a card of options. It looks like, to me, the fact that you are considered as top-notch in your field, in your company, amongst the other companies, if this is your business, whatever this is, you're really considered here as a master, as someone who's has the handle of things very well. Because of this, you'll be able to negotiate other options. Yeah, you're like, it doesn't have to be this way. It could be this. You're negotiating other options in your work next. Hold on, let me turn on the light. That's better. And did you notice how in the beginning of your reading you had a lot of light? Then it sort of went darker and then there's light again. And I feel like that's what's happening. Like during this portal, this 11-11, whoa, look at that, 11-11. This is crazy. This is like when a shift is happening, this negotiation is happening during the 11-11 portal. There's the portal. And it is that time, perhaps it starts today, where you go, right, we need to do things differently. We need to look at other options of doing something. So this could be an actual negotiation, as I've been saying, with your manager or with what you're deciding to do with your customers. And it's going to unleash something powerful that will lead to your success. You're looking at different options these days. You're like, it doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't have to work like that. And it works for you. Maybe this doesn't make sense with any other company or any other person, simply because you're a master at what you do. You're really considered brilliant. And even if this is a form of rejection, it looks like you cannot be rejected because of who you are. So let's say a rejection of a project, not a rejection of you. And even if a company rejects you, you're that type that the company couldn't identify how brilliant they are, and they missed out on a big chance. You know, this reminds me of the movie K-pop Demons, and how Sony like sold them, and look at them now making all these millions around the world. So even if you were rejected, this is what it means in your reading. Rejected the wrong person here, totally. And it's this portal is pushing you to rethink of things, because you're like, oh, look at that attack, look at that rejection. I think it's going to shock you a little bit, or it's going to make you upset, at least upset a little bit. And then it's going to push you to think of something original with some great flexibility. It's going to lead to different choices that will lead to great success. And I want to take a look at this promised success that you have from this portal, and what it's going to look like for you, my dear pile number one, before we end your reading. So you've got the keeper. This is the Fool card. Ah, look at the Merkaba. The Chariot here is very strong in your reading. Maybe you work in the transport industry, someone here. The Hierophant, maybe you're a teacher. Student with a keeper. The Detector, Eight of Cups. Right, so we're looking at your success. This is a new beginning. Oh, look at that split. Wow. I will be pulling out a card from the top in a moment, but look at this. It looks like you're starting anew somehow. And it's exactly as we've observed with the light. It was shining, it dims, and then it shines again. So in one way or the other, it's going to feel like a powerful new beginning. But it's a powerful new beginning with a lot of experience. So other people could begin anew just like you, but they don't have 99% of the things that you have to start anew. So you're an expert starting anew. Maybe this is like your company giving you a new position, a new job, a new title. Something new is happening here. It's a new experience with the Fool card. It's kind of like nobody knows where it's going to take you. Maybe it's like your manager saying, right, you're right, we should have given you this position. And you negotiate, as we've discussed with the Seven of Cups, a unique option to you. So nobody knows with the Fool card where exactly this is taking you. The Six of Cups, Six of Wands just moved. Success is taking you to success. But in any case, you're starting anew with a unique choice that is the right one. It is one that will bring about a lot of abundance with Hathor. A lot of abundance. And you're going to love the way this is going to be done. It's transforming something simple to something golden with the Philosopher's Stone in the Eight of Cups. So you're not entirely leaving, which we keep seeing. You're not entirely leaving. You're not entirely dropping the business, you know? It's something is transforming. It's not ending. It's transforming. And it's transforming to its best potential, where you used to have, okay, to something really substantial, just like gold. Eight of Cups and the Fool suggest that same energy being mimicked as we saw. You moving out of something to start something new where you will be deemed as the expert. And it is that expertise and this unique new position, unique new situation that will make you shine bright. And it finally will allow for this massive success. So it's kind of like you were the right person in the wrong place, right person in the wrong project, right person with the wrong system, right person with the wrong project, with the wrong product, with the wrong market, who knows? Right person, wrong place. And this negotiation that you'll be doing is crucial here. This, let's call it from now on, this new system, whatever it is, that you will be deciding on, is crucial because it takes care of you. You know, you could have been that employee that works hard, that is very reliable, but maybe you're very faithful, very loyal to your company, but you forgot about your rights. You could be someone who's been doing all of this amazing work for your company. You could have done it for yourself. You could have been this person who was doing an amazing product, but your market doesn't want it, doesn't appreciate it, you know? So you're like, hey, maybe it's not about the product. Maybe I'm just in the wrong market. Something like that. I don't know what you're going to do. But that's the translation of the energies that I'm seeing. And you're going to be seen as the best. You're going to be seen as the best in this new beginning. And yeah, expect to move out of a situation where you could be thought of as someone who has left only to come back in a very powerful way. And your colleagues going, oh, well, pile number one didn't leave. They just went to an amazing position, a new office or something. But yeah, that's about the sort of energy that I see in your reading. I did promise you I was going to pull out the card that we saw split here, the full card again, the seeker. So I really feel like the seeker, the keeper. You're going to be seeking something better, and you're going to keep and get something better. It's definitely a new beginning on the horizon these days during that portal. Right now, today, something's going to happen. These days, something's going to happen, and you're going to be making massive decisions that will work out to your favor. Of course, balance everything out well with Libra, but you're going to, if you think about it well, you're going to have great luck and you're going to be super successful. This is what's in the cards for you when it comes to the 1111 portal. I wish you the best of luck with that. It's crazy how there's 1111 in a portal. Unbelievable. So yeah, this is what's happening. I wish you the best of luck with that. And if you've enjoyed your reading, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number one, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading. Today, as you know, we're taking a look at the effect of the 1111 portal on you. What can you expect next in your life? These are the decks that I'll be using in your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys in the description box. Let's go one more time. There we go. That's clear. Yeah, very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful green moss agate. Your significator card is the crown chakra with the keyword instinct. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Scorpio, Gemini, Leo, as well as Capricorn. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, let's get straight into it. And as always, we're going to take a look at your oracle cards first. Your tarot cards are pretty much ready. But yeah, let's begin with your oracle cards. And you've got North Star. Wow. North Star. So lucky in several cultures around the world, one of the most important stars, the North Star, also known as Polaris and the Pole Star, has for centuries been a powerful navigation tool for explorers and travelers in the Northern Hemisphere. Sailors have long considered it lucky, as a glimpse of it in the sky means they're nearing home. You're nearing something. It's one of the most dependable stars, as it appears not to move during the night. How to capture luck when traveling? Look out for the North Star to guide you. You might even be traveling, by the way. So we're seeing travel for sure with the North Star. We are seeing the idea of you nearing home, nearing a goal, nearing something that where you go, finally, that's the end of my destination. This is where I wanted to get to. It's not about the journey anymore. It's about the destination for you in this portal. You're finally reaching somewhere you always wanted to get to. So I love this for you. Let's keep that card here. Right. You've got the story of the cunning monkey. And the keywords are malicious, manipulation, as well as comeuppance. We're going to take a look at the story in a moment. Comeuppance, hold on. A punishment or fate that someone deserves. Comeuppance. All right. You've got protect your boundaries. Wow. Okay. And you've got Saturn and Aries with risk. Wonderful. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. Whoa, you've got the King of Pentacles right off the bat. This is amazing. And look at the antlers here. There's an emphasis on that for sure, because that's not a coincidence. A moose, a deer, but we're looking at the antlers. Antlers. All right, I'll think about it in a moment. You've got the Page of Pentacles. Feel like an opportunity, or you're going to be holding something that one day is going to make you abundant, and whatever this abundance is. Pentacles are wealth, health, resources. Yeah, anything physical, really. You've got the Knight of Pentacles, right? Oh, yes, I forgot. You're the pile with the North Star that has already gone through a long journey with the Knight of Pentacles, right? So these are explaining the King of Pentacles. Now that what makes me think about the antlers. Hold on. Strength, right? Strength. It looks like you were on a long journey, and you were very patient in this long journey. You saw an opportunity, you went for it, and you were very patient. Virility. You pushed everything out of your way. You were protecting this goal with the boundaries here. Super strong, like with your life nearly. You're like, no, I'm going to protect this goal like there's no tomorrow. Nothing is coming near this area. So let's say you have this goal of beating the you're an athlete who wants to beat a number. So you would do everything normally, but everybody knows when it's time for your practice that you're the sort of person who there would be nothing in the world that could interrupt your practice. If there is if you have a cold, you're gonna go. If something wrong happens in your life, you're going. If you, I don't know, if you have an appointment and it's a super important appointment, you can do everything to postpone or change the timing of this appointment, but not miss your practice. So there's something about here ruthlessly protecting this goal, like there's no tomorrow. You saw an opportunity and you were so ruthless. You pushed everything out of your way. It's like you did not comprehend what it means to miss out on the steps needed for this goal. You're that person here in this pile. And I do see with the Knight of Pentacles that you have been very patient. Did you take a risk recently? I'm not sure. Well, I think we need to continue with the reading to find out what this is talking about. Oh, thanks. So, oh, you've got the Moon card. Something happened here. Because look at the wolves. Ow. It's interesting with the wolves how they communicate through their calls when something isn't right, like when they're lost, one is lost, or when something wrong happens, they usually go, ow. So I kind of feel like something happened here. Maybe we'll find out through this story. Maybe you had to take a risk recently. We'll find out. Or maybe that's about to happen, right? And you've got the Five of Wands. Right, let's take a look at the story. And through the story, you'll be able to identify if this is old or new. Right, the Cunning Monkey. So where's that story from? Thailand. So page 40. And let's see what the story shows us. Malicious manipulation, comeuppance, right? So this cautionary tale revolves around a cunning but malicious monkey who thrived on deceit and manipulation. After tricking a woman out of all of her freshly fried fish cakes, the monkey's schemes backfired. A pack of dogs, oh, got the dogs again. How interesting. So they're talking about protection here, right? A pack of dogs, attracted by the scent of the fish cakes, attacked the monkey, proving that what comes up will always inevitably come down. This card illustrates how deceit and manipulation can be seemingly beneficial, but are ultimately self-destructive. Embrace kindness, honesty, and humility. They'll not only prevent trouble, but foster lasting rewards. The story urges you to consider your actions carefully. Short-term gains garnered from cunning may blind you to the potential consequences of your actions. Instead, prioritize integrity and empathy in your dealings as they pave the way for a more prosperous future. So, I see you facing something here. And since it talks about power and being ruthless in whatever comes your way, it does look like something did happen here in this pile. So something backfired. For sure, something backfired. Did it backfire for you or against you? I'm not sure. We'll find out. Risk. I'm so curious. Let me just find out if something backfired on you, like for you or against you. I'm not sure. The Fool. You did take a risk. Right. So you took a risk. Nine of Wands. You seem to be powerful, confident, protected. What's wrong then? That's great. So what backfired exactly? Seven of Pentacles. It worked out for you slowly but surely. Okay. What backfired? Hold on. Well, if you're protected and you're confident, then it's not against you. Let me think about this. Or maybe someone took a risk only to find you much stronger than they expected. And not only that, this led to your growth. Slowly but surely led to your growth. It also led to you having muscles to grow further than what you could have grown. So yeah, this along the way on your path, yeah, you're the one with the boundaries. Hello. Yes. So someone took a risk here. Maybe they wanted to have a piece of what you had. Like going with the example of the athlete, maybe someone tried to deceive you, telling you that that record has already been broken, thinking you'd give up only for you to push through and make an even bigger record. I don't know, but there's someone that was deceitful here, taking something from you. Maybe this is someone who was taking money from you, right? Maybe you are a business owner who was dealing with a supplier and you weren't making that much profit because you were dealing with a supplier who took the risk of slowly but surely stealing from you, like giving you higher prices every once in a while, hiring their prices, until you're like, hold up, this is too expensive. Aren't there any other suppliers in the market? And then you only discover that there are so many other suppliers with much like incomparable prices and much better quality. And this is how this supplier completely lost you and completely lost that huge deal. So yeah, we can go on and on with examples. Whether you are aware or not, your cards are showing that someone here took a risk with you, only to find that they couldn't mess with you with the Nine of Wands. You're too strong. Do you see? You keep coming with these in your cards with these antlers. The dogs, the wolves. Oh, your throat chakra is strong. You're not someone who's easily pushed around or gives up on their goal or someone you can mess with. You're much stronger than that. And I want to give you some clues on who this person, now that we know you're facing it and you're like a strong opponent for whoever this person is, didn't think you'd fight back like that. Equal power. And we'll find out what's going to happen with this person who took this risk. But they, according to the story, they lose. They completely lose. So clues about who this person is for you when it comes to the 1111 portal and who you will be, it seems, defeating next. Who is this person that's been taking this risk with you? Yeah. Hanged man. It looks like this person is already in a vulnerable situation. You'd think with the ears here that this is a bat and this is just simply the position that they're in, but they're not a bat. Or you know what? They are a bat. They do look like a wolf too. Anyways, wolf in wolf's clothing. So anyways, I'm picking up on the intuitive idea that they look like something, so you wouldn't think that they are in a vulnerable position. But the shortcomings, or if something's curtailed, if something is hindered, it's because they really are they're not in a steady position. And they're sacrificing a lot to look like this is normal. Yeah, and it looks like they can fall at any time. These are slippery shoes for sure. This person can fall at any point. And maybe they just don't want to look like it. Who's this person? With the death card. This is a person who you might be afraid of. You might think that this is a person who has the power to end things for you. And they may very well have that power. But they themselves are in a very vulnerable position. And it looks with the death card that this is a person that may end themselves. Like they may end their opportunity. They may end things with this, I want to say, stupid risk, not well thought out risk. It seems like this is a risk coming from greed, not well thought out, as I keep saying. Not because they can, but because they want to. Yeah, Knight of Cups. This is a person who really wants something. See, the Knight of Cups just goes after what they want regardless of where it's going to take them. So this is a person who really loves something. They want something, and that's all they can see for now. They're going after it blindly, almost blindly. And they're going to be caught, hooked. They are like baiting themselves without realizing. They are the ones they're going to get stuck without realizing, just because they're blindly following something so much. And you seem with the North Star here like the best. You're the way. You're the way for yourself, and you're the way for this person too. And this person is so blinded by using you to get somewhere. And that's all they can see, using you to get somewhere. But you two are using yourself to get somewhere. And you're the one winning here. Yeah, you're the one you have a strong throat chakra. I feel like through this portal, you're going to communicate a different message. And I want to say that this message that you're going to be communicating is channeled. What do I mean by channeled? You're just going to be hit with the right things to say, the right move to make, the right thing to create. Crown chakra, throat chakra. The right thing to create, the right thing to do, the right thing to say, depending on how this resonates with you. In this 1111 portal, you will be making a key move that will cleanse this situation. It will make things abundantly clear. Who's vulnerable? and who actually has the power to transform everything, and who can actually get to where they want. You're the North Star here. And you're the one, as evident from the very beginning of the reading, who's getting to their destination. And so we can go back and look at the cards below it, and it makes absolute sense. Now that we've described this person and understood that it's a risk, that it's not a risk that you've taken, it seems, it's a risk that someone else has taken blindly. See, that's the full card. It makes so much sense now. Someone blindly, without much thought, took a risk only to find out how well protected and how strong you are. The throat chakra again, do you see? This person has found out what a powerful voice you have or powerful creation you can do, and has only watched you from then grow and flourish. Look at that. Grow even more. You're an unstoppable power, and if someone tries to stop you on your path, you only get stronger. You don't stop, you only get stronger. And that's what I'm seeing for this pile. You saw an opportunity right from the beginning. You have your eyes on it. You know that this is what you want. The star is clear, the direction is clear, the opportunity is clear, the goal is clear, and you've done nothing ever since but continue on your path patiently. You never veer off course. You do not look any other way. You are not focused on anything. You're like, I'm getting there. So stubborn with it. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You're very strong. You protect anything in your way. You've got this loud throat chakra, or a strong throat chakra. People are discovering, or at least this person, that they cannot be cunning towards you. And it looks like in this portal with the 5 of Wands, sorry for the background noise, it seems like there are kids playing. So with the background noise, with the 5 of Wands, it seems like in this 1111 portal, you are going to be facing this person. So let's now continue the reading and see how you are going to be facing this person. 5 of Wands. Fighting back, facing, you're reaching your destination now through some form of fight here with the 5 of Wands, or at least hit back, fight back. Yeah. So what does this fight back look like? We see equal powers here, because this person thought that you had less power for one reason or the other. They were presented by the Death card. Even you maybe even thought as well when describing this person, oh no, the last second. Phew. Okay, so maybe you're gonna catch something in the last second. Who knows? So both of you thought that this person is end all be all with this Death card. They can end everything. But it does look like this person realized, and you too have realized, that you are of equal power. And look at that flame that just took us here. Yeah, I think you are going to be able to save something that could have happened in the last second. Maybe that's what they were betting on. That's the cunning. Interesting how your guides led us to these ideas. Okay, so let's get the details. Let's get the scoop. Let's get the tea. Are these the old cards? Yes. Let's place them to the side. So how is this going to go during the 1111 portal? Because it looks like this is just like in video games, that last big monster that you win before you reach your destination. So you've got the 8 of Swords. We're looking at the fight. The Page of Wands crossing to the other side with the zebra. Reminds me of the zebra walk and the walking. You've got the Knight of Swords. There's the fight. It's an intellectual fight, obviously. Didn't expect anything else. Just joking. Of course it's an intellectual fight. 8 of Pentacles. Mastery. You're going to do something so smart. All right, let's dissect this carefully. Having looked at what happened here with the plant and the fire, right before it ends, it could have like wreaked havoc, right? Really. So I feel like this person is holding you in your vulnerable position. Like they know where you're vulnerable. This trick or this cunning that they're doing is right in front of your eyes. And you just didn't know, they know, but you didn't know that it was that the flame or that thing that they keep right in front of your eyes, how at some point with patience could wreak havoc for you. So that is what they were betting on here. It's like right there in front of your eyes, and it shuts off quietly. It's not going to hurt you. So I think you caught on to it because this represents fire. The salamander, right, is associated with fire. You caught onto it, just like in your reading, we caught onto it very quickly before anything happened. So you caught onto it and you crossed to the other side. So now that you crossed out of your dangerous area that they foresaw that would be inevitably where you fall or where you're where they win with you, that's the risk. You caught onto it and you crossed to the other side. There you go. You're no longer vulnerable. You're no longer a catch. And now that you are not in this vulnerable position and you caught on to what they were doing, now you actually get to negotiate things with mastery. Knight of Wands and the Eight of Pentacles. So maybe you're a better expert than them. Maybe you're gonna consult an expert who can tailor it exactly can tailor the argument. So that could be like a lawyer, for example, or that could be an expert that you bring on board that you tell the situation to and they like break it down with numbers. Or maybe you're the expert who's going to break everything down and be able to present things well. Or maybe you're going to another expert. Maybe they were pretending to be an expert and maybe you are going to go to another expert. In all cases, that's not going to work anymore. You're definitely fighting back. And you're winning this with the because Knight of Swords, nobody can stand in the way of the Knight of Swords, which we get about you throughout the reading. Nobody can stand in their way. They're the fastest knight in the deck, so you're swift, you're quick, you're strong. And now that you're not in this vulnerable situation and you know exactly where you want to go, you follow your instinct, you team up with an expert, or you break it down well and you fight back. Right. So once you're fought back during this, look, it looks like 1, 1, 1. It just looks like it. Once you fight back during this portal, what's going to happen? Because we know from the very beginning of your reading that you reach your destination. Whoa, okay. So it looks like your answer is in this part of the deck. Once you overcome this person, you win. You reach your destination. So how's that going to happen? Which is the premise of this reading. Queen of Swords. The truth comes out. Queen of Swords. Truth. Clarity. Truth comes out. Clarity comes out. So the deception, the manipulation, all of that is out of the way. You can see things clearly now. Okay. Whoa, what was super slow now moves super quickly with this Eight of Wands. So with truth, correct information, clarity, what was once moving super slow starts moving super quickly. And it looks to me like whatever is moving super quickly for you here, normally it can never move super quickly. But it looks like in this situation, because of what happened and because of your unique position and the clarity and the truth of the situation, what normally couldn't happen will happen. And that is for you to reach your destination very quickly. Reach your goal, reach your destination very quickly. Get out of here. It's the same thing, the turtle, the tortoise, and the rabbit. But I'm going to stick to the synchronicity, and that is what would usually move slow wins and actually moves faster than what is expected. Ace of Swords, you win. Yeah, it just simply says, it looks to me like whoever this person is and the risk they were taking was the very reason things were slowed down, super slow. They did not realize that that you wouldn't be the person that allows anything to stand in their way. You fight back, you catch the drill, you catch whatever it is that they wanted to implant to keep you weaker. And there you go. You take that out of the way and things just move very quickly. I can tell you that it is through this portal, my dear pile number 2, that you are going to reach your destination. The hummingbird, it always knows where its nectar is. You will know where to go. You will just move there very quickly. North Star again. You know where you want to go. That's out of the way. And right after this, or during this portal, during these days of the portal, you're going to reach your destination. Fight back, and you're going to reach your destination. You win, my dear pile number 2. And this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. As you know, today we're taking a look at your 1111 portal. How is it affecting you? What can you expect? And see what you can expect next in your life in general. So that ladybird has been popping out. Let's take it. These are the decks that I'll be using. Of course, if you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful blue lace agate in the shape of a heart. Your significator card is the crown chakra with the keyword destiny. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Pisces, Cancer, Aries, as well as Aquarius. And if these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's get straight into it. As always, we're going to take a look at your oracle cards first. And your tarot deck is pretty much shuffled. And let's see what you've got. I love this deck. So you've got the ladybird. That's what your card looks like. So it says, lucky in several cultures around the world. As tradition goes, farmers used to pray to the Virgin Mary to protect their crops. And when these small red and black spotted insects arrived to eat the pests, they were called the beetle of Our Lady in her honor, which over time was shortened to ladybirds, ladybug in the United States. The Turkish name is Ugur, if I'm not mistaken, Posegi. Very sorry if I'm not pronouncing this right, but it says good luck bug. If a ladybird lands on you, maybe you're Turkish, maybe someone here's listening is Turkish. If a ladybird lands on you, count the spots on its shell to find out how many months of good luck you'll have. I think this portal is opening up many, many months to come of good luck. May you always have good luck, don't get me wrong, but good luck is good luck. Like, you could be blessed all your life, but there's a window here of great luck that you will be experiencing many, many months to come of great luck. Like you do something, it just works out for you. You want something, it happens for you. You're just lucky, right? So it says how to capture luck. If a ladybird lands on you, you're due some good luck. And look, we've been looking at the Virgin Mary. Here it looks like spirit guides or maybe guardian angels. I don't know, but they do look spiritual. There's something here spiritual guarding you. It looks like I'm getting a crazy idea. Through this portal, maybe the lines are thinner. The lines are blurred between you and your guides. Maybe I feel like your guardian angels, God, whatever you believe in, and it's kind of like you're getting the effect of the blessings they're sending to you. You're receiving a lot from them. The energy is so good. You know, yes, when there's a portal, when there's like an hour in the evening, spiritually has been known in many civilizations where your prayers are answered because the veils are thinner. So something like that in your pile, there's something so significant of the veils being thinner, and it's through this portal there's better connection or something between you and your guides or your guardian angels or God, or something like there's blessed energy, and you're gonna have many months of good of good luck. That's what I can pick up so far looking at the energy of your cards. And we can push these up so you can take a look at your ladybird, right? Many months of good luck and protection as well. So, love this for you. You've got the story of Bujang Senang with the keywords rage, haunting, retribution. And we're going to read a snippet of the story so that we understand what the reading is talking about for the most part. And you've got the card, Mercury in Aquarius with originality. This card popped up in pile number 1. I would say if you're drawn to pile number 1, I highly recommend it for you. Let's keep that here. And you've got rest deeply. Isn't this nice? I love this for you. It's kind of like maybe you were battling something and they're saying because of this thinning veil, because of this period of great luck, rest deeply, enjoy your time, sleep. You're not going to be battling whatever it is here. The Aquarius is air, the mind. Maybe there will be communication between you and them even, dare I say. Let's see, let's see. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. So you've got the 9 of Pentacles right off the bat. I mean, if this doesn't confirm it, I don't know what. It's the card of wish fulfillment, something manifesting. And I see many ideas here. It's kind of like you're going on this new path where everything is available to you. You can pick it up. The ideas that you have are materializing with the 9 of Pentacles. I think that's what they're trying to say. I love this path for you. You are on an abundant path they are showing, with so much resources. You'll have so much resources to be able to get the things that you need. And of course, resources are different from one person to the other. Money is a resource. It allows you to get what you want, but also good connections and valuable relationships of people helping each other. That could be a resource. So it doesn't always have to be money, good health and energy is a resource, allows you to do things others can't do. So in any case, I see you loaded with resources, and they all allow you and help you to get these next coming months. Starting from the 11/11 portal that seems like it extends for many months to come for you. Let's count the spots on the ladybird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the next 8, maybe more, but particularly the next 8 months are full of great luck for you. I would say if there are things that are thinking about that you wanted to do, start these now, because this is a marvelous portal for you. Okay, let's take a look at the rest of your cards. You've got the Knight of Cups. I mean, amazing cards, right? There are surprises to come, celebrations to come that your heart always desired. So expect them to appear in your life. They're showing you. You've got the Page of Wands. They're saying exactly what I just told you before this card. Make use of this portal and start noting new project here. Start noting and taking actions on the many things that you want to achieve in your life, because during that portal, I did a general reading for you guys. I didn't post it yet, but I'm going to post it on the second channel. And funny enough, this general reading says what your pile is saying. And make sure to subscribe to the other channel, because you're going to love the message of the tarot reading and the other general reading, especially you, because it's crazy how when we have the same intentions, we get the same messages. Start here with many projects. Don't overwhelm yourself, obviously, but really each one listening to this pile should begin with projects that they want to have manifested. Aim at these things. What is it that you want? Do you want to look healthier? Do you want to work in a specific field? Do you want to start a new project? What is it that you want to write a new book? What is it that you want to do, that you want to succeed at? This is your portal, my dear pile number 3. This is your portal. And not just that. I mean, everything you're going to start, obviously, is going to lead to a lot of success, and it's going to materialize for you. But they're also showing you, as mentioned with the Knight of Cups, that there are many surprises to come. Right, let's continue. So, wow, the Hanged Man. Not only that, I love this pile. Not only that, but the things that were on hold, that you felt were withheld from you, the things that weren't working, that were on pause for such a long time, even the things that you thought were sacrificed, are going to change these days. You're going to find a lot of light in these areas. You're going to wake up surprised to go, oh my God, it's coming into my life effortlessly. Oh my God, I thought this was over. Oh my God, I thought this was never going to happen. I thought this was never going to move. And I see you being super surprised at how it's just starting to effortlessly, wonderfully start to work. I see you surprised, but also calm and taking it all in. I see you calmly opening your eyes and looking at these things going, oh my God, they're working. Oh my God, it's happening. Calmly. It just starts to happen. What happened? We don't know. It just starts to happen. So you see, we've got an element of surprises to come. Make use of that window, and things that didn't work out before. What a period of great luck it is for you. You've got the 8 of Swords. This is a very interesting 8 of Swords, and it finishes off this idea of what you can expect during that window. So things that were on hold, but also not just that. There were things that you thought you were locked out of, that you were scared to do. Okay, hold up. No. There were things that you will realize that there are some things that you were kept out of, only to understand during that portal that you were not kept out of it, that you were just so afraid and overprotective of yourself, of your energy. And although that could have been amazing to do, maybe it was the right thing maybe to do, or what you can do best during a time where, just as the card shows us, it definitely reminds us of what. You realize that you don't have to overprotect yourself anymore. I think this portal is also going to work as an awakening for you to realize that there are some things that you were very afraid of. I don't know what it's going to do. Is it going to clear the mind? I think with the Eight of Swords, I think this portal is going to heal your some ideas in your mind, reverse, heal, eliminate some limiting beliefs that you had that maybe could have worked out for you at some era or time of your life. But I think you're healing with the swords. You're healing ideas with the swords. And going to realize that you weren't kept out of something. You are the one who kept yourself out of it. And that could have always made sense to you, but I think it's going to particularly make sense to you now that you understand what it feels like, the opposite energy of healing. How can I give you an example of what I'm seeing, looking at the wall and the door? You're going to see things clearly. Like, let's say you were afraid to talk to strangers, right? You thought that strangers were going to attack you. What's the word? Going to be rude, right? And let's say your friends tell you, so what if they're rude? I mean, if they're rude, it's on them. Don't mind it, just move on to the next person. Forget about this rude person. Well, now you know, right? So good to know. The more you talk to people, the more you know who's who, right? So you're like, yeah, I get it. I know that's how it should work. And let's say you just couldn't follow this advice. Something happens. I don't know. But whatever happens allows this idea to, let's say you go through an experience and you find yourself being able to handle the situation well. So now you're like, you know what? I don't care. If a person is rude, I'm just going to move on. And your friends are like, exactly. And you're like, exactly. It's just that it's the first time for me to let it sink in. I get what that means. So similarly, I'm seeing through this portal that there is massive healing towards ideas that locked you out of things. So this could be fear of failure. This could be fear of doing something that genuinely scared you. Fear of anything, And it looks like during this portal, there is massive healing. It's a portal also of massive healing for you that will allow you to reset that power. I heard in my mind, reset that power. And suddenly the advice that you used to get will make absolute sense, or the things you used to read about will make sense. It's just there's a shift in your mindset, and you're going to be able to see things clearly, not just in your closed ideology towards it. So yeah, these are all here 1, 2, 3, 4 specific things that are going to happen during this portal over the next 8 months. But overall, it's the energy of abundance and manifestation, and you being able to particularly materialize the dreams that you are thinking about. So it's the way you think now with originality matters. The way you dream about things, the way you plan for things, the way you look at things matters now. It absolutely matters. You're encouraged to have your own thoughts about things. Don't borrow other people's beliefs or thoughts. If other people tell you, oh, come on, who do you think you are? Why do you think you would be able to achieve this? Why do you think you're going to be able to heal this? That doesn't make any sense. Don't listen to them. Follow your own thoughts they are showing you during this portal. Don't listen to anyone else, because you have a unique opening here. This portal specifically is operating, let's say, in a very unique way with your energy. I don't know, is it because of the astrological placement? Is it because of your karma? I don't know how this works. I wouldn't be able to say, but I do know that this is how it's working out for you. It's kind of like with Rest Deeply, sort of a break for you, like the universe giving you a portal to have a break. So use it very well, because everything you are going to achieve, you get to keep moving forward. Yeah, you make the best out of the last dot during these 8 months. They're all full of blessings. Oh, yes, I wanted to read out this story for you. This way we get an even bigger perspective on what you can expect during this particular portal, or this particular energy of this portal for you. Bujang Senang is a story from, I know I read the stories 1,000 times, but I can't remember it. Oh, there we go. Malaysia. So page 24. Rage, haunting, and retribution. So, while attempting to save his wife from kidnappers, the fearless warrior Sima Langan and his wife both perished at enemy hands. A shaman transformed Sima Lungun's spirit into a vengeful crocodile, haunting their enemies by the river for generations to come. Oh, do I have a warning for you? Simalungun's tale, my apologies if I'm not pronouncing it correct, carries a message of suffering, loss, and repercussions. When this card appears, it foretells trouble brewing. While you may be wronged, know that perpetuating the cycle of revenge ultimately doesn't bring peace or resolution. By transforming Sima Lungun's spirit into a crocodile, his spirit is now trapped, never to reunite with his wife, as he is bound to fight his enemies for eternity. Take this card as a cautionary tale about the consequences of revenge. Use your energy to safeguard those you care for and do not perpetuate harm. May the story of Sima Lungun remind you that revenge often leaves both sides trapped, and your path should be one of balance, not endless conflict. Here's the thing about this portal. This portal's energy is pretty powerful, as you can see. It's a very powerful one. It's one that comes, I don't know even if it comes once every lifetime for everyone, but it's certainly one, a powerful one that doesn't come around easily or frequently, let's say. Not easily, I mean frequently. And so here's with the yin and the yang, here's the thing. Just as it's amazing, there is a yang in the yin. There is a yin in the yang. And that is that just as amazing as this portal is, you have to understand that it is very powerful, and it could lead to something being perpetual throughout your life. And so it particularly, as you can see, talks about the energy of revenge specifically. So I don't know what's going to happen here, but it looks like during this portal, you're going to be seeing crazy things showing up in your life. You're going to have so many dreams coming true for you. Perhaps because of this massive dreams coming true, sometimes when we are wronged, and I'm not saying this goes for everyone, but if this doesn't go for you, great, then this energy is not going to be stuck to you in its, let's say, harmful or unfavorable, form. But if you're not careful about that, it will stick around. And that is the energy of revenge. Sometimes when we are in like a much better place, we might want to get a revenge back from someone who has hurt us. Maybe we get an opportunity to say something back, hurt someone back, or make them regret it, whatever this is. The revenge really it has many forms. And it could feel like it's fair and right in the moment. And while this reading is not telling you not to take your rights, be careful with that. Protect yourself and those and your loved ones. This is not saying don't stand up for your rights. This is, however, saying that you don't want to push it too far. just so you feel good about something. Like, don't inflict harm. You can, of course, do what you need to do to protect yourself, right? It's protection, but don't inflict harm just to get your revenge, is what I'm picking up with this reading. And you want to be careful with it, because you might win in this moment, but the karma and the pain, maybe the fights that would occur from, or the bad luck, or whatever sort of results that are going to happen, is going to stay around. And that's what you want to be careful with. Is you could think, oh, I'm like, nothing can come near me, nothing, this person can't do anything to me, I can make them feel bad, they made me feel bad for this long, or maybe all my life, who knows. While it could be very satisfactory in the moment, it does look to me from your cards that you will regret it. And I want to just say, I'm not cancel what I'm about to say. This is not, I mean, if you don't do it, it's not yours. But if you're not careful, it could linger for the rest of your life. So be very careful. Protect yourself. Do what is necessary. But don't be petty. Don't try to get revenge. Yeah, that's the best way I can say. Don't try to get revenge just to feel better in the moment. Let it go, is what the reading is saying. Take your rights, of course, but don't try to take revenge, and just let it go, because it is showing that this energy also can stick around. So yeah, beautiful portal for you. Amazing luck, but be careful. Right, finally, to finish off your reading with this amazing portal, I want to see particularly what you can expect next. Although the energy is very open, because it's up to what you desire, the steps that you're going to take, the surprises to come, and we've discussed all of this. But let's get into specifics a little bit just before we end your reading. What can you expect next in your life? Wow, a new rebirth. Beautiful. So death, rebirth. You've got the Three of Swords. You've got the King of Swords. And you've got the Temperance card. Things are just going to align and fall into place. Yeah, with Feng Shui. Things are just going to fall into their correct place. And that will automatically generate good energy forever in your life. It's kind of like the way things are falling into place is energetically playing out for you in the best ways. So I'm seeing massive transformations happening next, particularly with the Three of Swords, the areas that will surprise you and the areas that used to hurt you in your life. So massive transformations in the areas that's hurting you in your life. It's gonna feel like they're all fresh, fully new. Like, let's say, for example, with the little baby here and the Three of Swords, let's say something is physically hurting you, for example. Then there's a fresh start. With the baby here, you feel your health regenerates, right? Let's say your doctor, I'm just imagining, right? Let's say your doctor says, oh, there are stem cells now that really heal this. You don't need to worry about it anymore. So that's just an example, right? Let's say this is pain between you and a mother, a parent, a lover, a partner. I dare say there seems to be revitalization, healing, nurturing, and care. Some form of massive healing. And it may and it may not be with this person, right? But how you feel about it with the Three of Swords, that's going to heal. I'm not taking out the probability that there's going to be healing between the two of you in that particular example. I'm just saying that in all cases, there is healing here. There's massive transformation in the things that hurt you. So that's the very first particular thing that I see up next in your life with this portal, I'm seeing this portal is affecting your intelligence. And again, that may seem crazy, but I feel like with the crown chakra, it's kind of like your crown chakra is so clear during that time, and you are going to be channeling, downloading, getting hit with brilliant ideas. And you're going to find yourself going, hey, you know what? I can just place this here. I can do this here. I can make this super intelligent move. Oh my God, if I do this, then this gets solved. And then this works out automatically for me. Oh my God, that was brilliant. Why didn't I think about this before? So that's another particular energy that's happening next. You're suddenly like writing a lot, thinking a lot, going, oh, I can do this here. I don't know, I can do these on Mondays. I can pick this up on Saturdays. This will make this process go faster. You know, if I invest in this particular stock, I get the best investments back. If I do this, if I do that, you're just get downloading all of these brilliant ideas. And of course, these particular energies are going to manifest for each one differently. Perhaps that's why we're not getting super specifics, but we're getting specific energy. So yeah, healing the very things that are hurting you in your life, you downloading, things are clear in your mind. That's why you're healing mentally here as well, with the things you were afraid to do, where you locked yourself out. So you're like strategically also making brilliant decisions. And up next, you're just moving things just like chess pieces, and they're working. You're like, ooh, I could do it like that. And maybe even the people around you are surprised. They're like, yeah, that works. That's brilliant. That energy I saw, I don't remember. That particular one seems to be a strong part of the portal 1111, because I did notice it. I can't remember if it was pile 1 or pile 2. Maybe pile 1, because that card is here, and maybe you want to listen to pile 1 if you're drawn to it. But yeah, I see something about channeling. And I think this is actually a very potent energy in this portal, because all of the 3 cards in today's reading got the crown chakra. And that was my very first observation in the introduction. If you go back and listen to it, I said, oh my God, the 3 are the crown chakra. There's something about the mind here. So that's definitely a strong energy in this portal of just like healing your mind, doing things strategically, taking important decisions, channeling ideas. It just works. And like I said, last but not least, you are going to realize, and you can even see it here and here, but specifically here, you're going to realize that things in your life are falling into place, falling in the right place, even more than you are able to at least understand and realize at the moment how much they're falling into place, because they are, the way they're falling into place is going to make, like I mentioned, everything energetically work for you moving forward in these areas. Yeah, so it's just going to bring great energy for you. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see happening in your portal. Please report back, let me know what happened, give it its time. 8 months, I'm not saying wait 8 months, but you know, let me know at some point. But if you're drawn to this pile, if you click this pile, it wasn't by accident. You will be having great luck in the next 8 months. This was your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading. I miss doing readings for you guys very much. Hopefully my work will be calmer soon. I miss you, love you guys, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!